Whether we are there or not, ITSP Magazine still gets the best stories. Plenty of conferences and events spark our curiosity and allow us to start conversations with some of the world's brightest minds. In person or virtually, Sean Martin and Marco Ciappelli go on location and sit down with them at the intersection of technology, cybersecurity, and society. Together, we discover what the synergy of these three elements means for the future of humanity. AppDome protects the global mobile app economy. Build 300-plus defenses into your mobile apps in minutes with the world's only lifecycle mobile app defense platform. Anti-fraud, anti-BOT, anti-tampering, anti-social engineering. Top mobile brands trust AppDome. Learn more at appdome.com. SquareX helps organizations detect, mitigate, and threat hunt web attacks happening against their users in real time. With its innovative browser-native security product, SquareX safeguards enterprise users from a spectrum of web-based threats, encompassing malicious files, websites, scripts, and compromised networks. Learn more at sqrx.com.
Here we are. We're coming to you from the Hackers Summer Camp in Las Vegas. We're not on the show floor. We're actually in the media room at Black Hat USA 2024. And so many emotions right now, sitting across from my good friend, Rock. How are you, Rock?
I'm doing great, Sean. Thank you.
So good to see you,
Absolutely good to see you. It has been way too long. It's been a journey.
Way too long.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we keep connected.
Yes.
Online, and but in person, you can't replace that.
Exactly.
So thrilled to see you, and so excited to hear your experience the last couple days from Black Hat. You get to go to some things that I didn't have time to get to. I wanted to go to the CISO Summit. I wanted to go to the AI Summit. So I wanted to get kind of your perspective. No, I know some of that's Chatham House rules, so don't share anything that that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But you have great perspective on things, and you get involved in all kinds of fun things. And so I want some of your ideas or thoughts of what's coming out of this week.
Awesome. Yeah. So it is funny when I first landed at the airport, I texted actually a couple mutual friends and said the letters AI is literally in every damn ad at the airport.
And I saw that. Funny enough.
And so that right there gives you a hint or a preview of what this week is about. And it's almost like you can't go to market anymore without the words AI in your branding, whether you're actually using it or not. But the AI Summit was actually pretty awesome. There are a lot of high-level speakers with a lot of in-depth knowledge. Some of the sessions were more high-level. Some of them had a little bit more meat to them. Some of them were just vendor-sponsored pitches. Effectively.
Were they still good, though?
Yeah, but they were still good.
Okay.
More than anything, they provided some awesome statistics. I screenshot it and may put up on LinkedIn.
Yes, we'll for people listening to this, we'll include links to stuff that you referenced from your post, so they can see what you're talking about there.
Yeah, awesome. So one of the quotes that really stood out to me was from Bartley Richardson. He's the CEO of Nvidia, a small chip company, may or may not be driving some of the AI solutions out there.
Hopefully they can hang on, right?
Right. I don't know. It's going to be sketchy.
Runway?
Yeah, exactly. And he said, cyber is a data problem, and AI is a data solution. And I mostly agree with that. Because, yes, while cyber is a data problem, and AI is absolutely a data solution, we still have people and processes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's very tech-driven.
Yeah.
Message. Yeah.
But when you think about it from a defensive perspective, though, and helping the analysts, that absolutely makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Helping the Tier 1 analysts make their jobs easier, be able to do it faster, more effectively, and whatnot. Attackers are, leveraging AI now. I think a statistic I saw this week was literally launch and encrypt the server, or actually the entire ransomware execution be done in less than a minute, and the analyst takes an average of 5 minutes to respond to an alert, right? So even if they got the alert on second one, right? By the time they analyzed it internally and did something about it, that minute time span is gone, right? So there's a lot of focus around leveraging AI to really help and augment the tier one analysts. On the flip side, we can't talk about augmenting and helping tier one analysts without kind of thinking, well, does this mean we will need less tier one analysts, right? And I really hope and endorse and support anything that we can do to upskill those analysts, make them tier twos, right? Versus succumbing to the capital markets and saying, here, we could cut costs here, right? It's already hard enough to break into our industry. If we start taking away entry-level jobs, we're going to be in trouble in the long run.
Well, it raises a question for me. Is I had a chat with Michael Piacente about the field CISO role. And I related it to kind of like a sales engineer or system engineer, but at a higher business level. And I guess the point I'm trying to make is I think there's an opportunity to maybe relook at how we do things in the business, and perhaps some of the entry-level folks move from response more to protection. So maybe they connect more with dev and more with IT ops to actually set things in a way. So we're not on our back heels with the tier 2 and tier 3 folks still. So I don't know. That's just an initial thought.
I mean, I think there's plenty of opportunities to upskill, and AI, has the potential to help across all those domains. I ran into a company on the floor yesterday. I forget their name offhand, but they're essentially, an AI-based product engineer, right? Like replace your product engineer with AI type of thing, product security engineer with AI type of thing, and obviously, we're never going to get the human out. I hope we never get the human out. I firmly believe that a human always needs to be in the loop, whatever that role looks like. Just from a governance perspective. But, it is going to be, there are a ton of opportunities. The other thing that was really a focus at the AI Summit is that the benefits of AI have been asymmetrical in the sense that it has helped the bad guys more than the good guys, right? The bad guys don't care about governance. They don't care about, frankly, the budget. Oftentimes, they can just go, fail, do it again, fail. They don't care about the harms. They don't care about ethical biases. They don't care about any of that, right? And well, in the meantime, I'm having conversations with people reaching out to me saying, "Hey, we need to wrap our arms around AI governance." I'm like, "Great, what are we governing? What's your strategy?" And it's absolute deer in the headlights type of look. Right? It's like, all right, so we need to have a different conversation first. And then before we have that conversation, it's, what's your data governance model? Because a lot of the tools out there today, the AI gateway space, which I internally call it AI CASB, right? CASB for AI. Really depends on your data being classified and tagged really well. I mean, it'll do some basic, dirty word DLP stuff, identify PII, potentially some sensitive information, whatever, but it really depends on your data to be classified well to be able to block any proprietary data going into the AI.
What are your thoughts, and I don't know, Mark and I have had this conversation, I think it started back in RSA where we talked about the Frankenstein of the industry, and where it's kind of creating a monster in and of itself. And I almost feel like this AI world, not the bigger, broader, but certainly when we start talking about AI and security, that we're creating another similar scenario where it's mysterious, only certain people have the knowledge, and it's a special thing, we have to treat it in a special way. And then I've heard some folks say it's just another application that's driven by data, so it's an app with data, right? So I'm wondering, what kind of sense did you get from the conversations, presentations, and whatnot from the summit? Are we creating a new thing that we're excluding folks from this world when we should really be bringing them in? And
I don't think so. I mean, there are some special considerations for AI around like biases and potential harms and, responsible use, accountability, transparency, all that kind of stuff. But from I live in cyber risk management, and you can absolutely use your same frameworks to manage the risks around AI. You've heard me rant about this before. I think Cecil's got away in the early days with just saying, "Hey, we're doing some dark magic over here. You don't need you wave your hand. You don't need to know what's going on." Kind of pat on the head, Mr. CEO. You're not going to understand it anyways. And but we can't do that with AI. AI needs to be a shared responsibility across the entire organization because of all those reputational effects, potential economic effects, biases. You deny somebody a mortgage because your AI model went rogue, right? I mean, opens you up to significant liability, especially now in light of the EU AI Act and the Colorado AI Act that are coming into fruition. So, no, I don't think for AI to succeed in the in general, we can't be exclusionary. We can't be like, this is a special secret sauce. And
right. Yeah, because I just, as soon as I hear the word data scientist, that to me says, it's not hacker, but it has the same feeling that only data scientists will really understand this.
Well, I mean, we absolutely need data scientists to understand how to model the data, train the models, that kind of stuff. I mean, that is a legitimate skill, but to manage it, government, develop your strategy around it, develop your business case around it, quantify the value of the opportunity of the business case, right? All that kind of stuff. That's all the stuff that we should be doing today.
Yes.
As cybersecurity leaders.
Yep, completely agree. What else struck you from the summit?
Yeah, another one was DARPA. I didn't realize
Kathleen.
that. Yeah,
she's amazing.
She is amazing, and I didn't realize that they had a bunch of just open source stuff out there with regards to securing AI and various, essentially threat models against AI. So I would encourage everybody to go check out that resource. The URL is too long to read on here, so.
Now we'll include a link to your post that includes that link.
Awesome.
And I think because we had a chat with her pre-event.
Oh, cool.
And she shared some resources with us, so I encourage everybody listening.
It's probably the same slides.
I think it was different from what you shared.
Oh, really?
Funny enough, yeah, because it wasn't specific to. And I think she talked about some other programs and things that she's done. But anyway, a good collection of resources for sure.
Yeah. And then, I would say like the final mic drop moment for me was Robert Flores. I think he was former CISO of the CIA. I could be wrong. Said governments just can't keep up with the evolving pace of AI. Right, they are not built to be able to deal with fast-moving technologies like this.
Was that his mic drop as well, or did he?
No.
Did he give any advice for how to deal with that statement?
No, actually, he did not. That was a little bit of a mic drop. Yeah, it was in the context of a panel discussion.
Right. Yeah. It's hard to catch a lot of that. In that type of environment. Interesting. I don't know if you had a sense of what kind of folks were in the room with you. Were they other vendors?
No, it was mostly practitioners, for sure.
Okay.
And I would say everyone from individual contributor to CISOs.
Okay.
I just walking around, I definitely saw some code on laptops, right? So there are definitely some technical people in there.
Right.
And then all the way up to policy and leadership.
Nice.
It was definitely not a technical summit.
Yeah, obviously looking at policy and things like that. Very high, and Nvidia folks, I doubt he was getting into auto code stuff.
No, he was not.
He may be able to. I'm not
He
saying
was
he's
not.
not. But anyway, Rock, it's fantastic to catch up with you, and I appreciate your insights there. And as I've said a few times, I'll include a link to your post so people. There's a few more things in there that you mentioned. We're not going to cover them now, but take a look at that post. Do connect with Rock. Super sharp dude. I'm thrilled to call you my friend, man.
Absolutely, as well.
So enjoy the rest of it here, and we'll be chatting soon again, I'm sure.
Great, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yep. For everybody listening, please stay tuned. There's lots still coming from Black Hat here on location. I might drag Marco into another conversation at some point. Who knows? Stay tuned.
Brightiv's cloud privileged access management platform modernizes, centralizes, and simplifies privileged access management across cloud, hybrid, and on-premises environments. The Brightiv patented cloud-native technology empowers security, cloud operations, and development teams. Learn more about the Brightiv CPAM platform at brightiv.com. At Level Blue, we simplify securing your most valuable business assets by providing broad cybersecurity experience and award-winning services. Level Blue manages the risk. You reap the reward. Learn more at levelblue.com. AppDome protects the global mobile app economy. Build 300-plus defenses into your mobile apps in minutes with the world's only lifecycle mobile app defense platform. Anti-fraud, anti-BOT, anti-tampering, anti-social engineering. Top mobile brands trust AppDome. Learn more at appdome.com.